Section 48 of Cicero's Pro Caelio, and he says, but if there is somebody who also would think that interdictum esse, that it would be prohibited from the love of prostitutes for young men. So that's the literal translation. What we really mean probably here is if there's someone who thinks that young men ought to be prohibited from being with prostitutes, well, that man indeed is very harsh, very strict. I can't deny it. But he shudders at, he shrinks away from, he shudders not only from the licentia, the license, the freedom of this age, but also he shudders from, he abhors the custom and the indulgences of his ancestors. Quando here, the anaphora highlights the questions. For when was this? Hoc is the subject of factitatum est. And factitatum is basically just facio, but it's what's called the frequentative form. So what's being asked here is, for when was this not done? But the frequentative, factito, has the sense of when was this not done a lot? When was this not frequently done? When was this reprehensible? When was this found fault with? When was this not permitted? And when, finally, was it that this thing which is permitted now was not permitted then? And this phrase is a little tough to render into English, but basically what's going on here is this phrase is the subject of non liceret here. So this thing which is permitted now, it was not permitted previously. So here, I will now definiam rem, literally define, place limits, but I think he means explain. So here, I will now explain the situation. I will name no woman. So I will call no woman out by name. I will only, here tantum the adverb only, I will only remain in the middle. And in medio has the sense of neutral. So I will remain neutral. And Cicero's audience knows this is clearly not true. He has been haranguing Clodia nonstop. And so for him to say, well, I'm not going to call anybody out by name, and I'm certainly going to remain neutral, is probably evokes some laughter in the crowd.